Okay, so the teacher that I'm going to talk about who inspired me to want to become a teacher actually wasn't my teacher, was my basketball coach in high school for 2 years, and then he was at the time and still is a 5th grade teacher, and he's been teaching 5th grade for over 20 years. So I got to know Coach Smith through playing on his basketball team as a high schooler, but then after I graduated high school, I didn't go to college right away, and Coach Smith invited me to observe and volunteer in his 5th grade classroom. So it was through observing in his classroom that I was able to see a lot of the things that he did on the basketball court to facilitate community and team building and a safe space for his basketball players was a lot of the same stuff that he was doing in the classroom, and I was able to see how that impacted student learning. So Coach Smith was excellent at learning about his students, and that's TPE 8, learning about students. He got to know them and their families really well and was able to draw on his knowledge about students to engage them and come up with curriculum that was relevant to their lives. He also fostered a community around team building and teamwork. And in his classroom, he did a lot of group work, a lot of group projects, and students were able to get to know each other a lot more and learn from each other's experiences. Also, I have notes, don't think I'm choosy. Also, Coach Smith exemplified TPEE, which is creating a positive social environment for learning. In his 5th grade classroom and on the basketball court with us, he was always accepting people's differences. And because he was doing that, that was the norm for his classroom, to also accept differences. And in his classroom, there's a wall of fame where he has all these pictures of former students and former class photos and former teams that he's coached. And actually observing there for a year, I got to know a lot of the people from that wall of fame because they all come in and volunteer and help out. And so I was able to see how deep that community building really was and how lasting the effects are. So yeah, it was through Coach Smith that I was able to understand the impact that community building truly has on student learning, and that's one of the things that I plan to implement as I become a classroom teacher. Okay, bye, thanks for listening.